Yo, what up, Nyakos? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live from your mama's house. Doing my things I usually do. Drinking water right now, so I'm fucking up. Right now, today, there's like no hot water in this city for today. But we've been warned about it for a few weeks now. So after today, we'll go back to normal. We'll have hot water as usual. So let's get to it. Today, I want to talk a little bit about this is actually like my third time mentioning it over the last 3 years. But right now I want to talk a little bit about how Russians see my skin color. And the reason I want to mention this is because I don't know if you guys watched, but 2 of my last 3 videos were about me in the backwoods of this city called Bersk. Actually, it's not even a city; it's a fucking town. It's a little town called Bersk, and I was hanging out there. My homie Dre, birthday dude, and Anton, American homie Ant, and some girls, of course. Everywhere we go, we like to bring some girls, if we can. And I think it was Anton's mom. Anton's mom. I see her, she sees me. We're like hi to each other, blah blah blah. She goes, blah blah blah, gets food, brings the food back. Now we're sitting at the table. We're about to start eating. Now, the first thing she says to me that isn't a question. The first statement she makes to me is that, she goes, to Svetly, to Очень Svetly. The first thing she said, and I'm just like, Now, Svetly in Russian means light, or possibly even bright, but I know it definitely means light. And when she said that, I kind of froze because I'm hearing that a little too much now. And it's not that it's bothering me. The thing I guess I don't like about it is that when people say that about me, I think in their minds, they're kind of separating me from other black people in Russia. They're trying to make that whole 2 groups thing. Oh, he's not like them because he's light skinned. You know what I mean? To me, my skin color has nothing to do with my blackness, so to say, in Russia, the union of blackness we have out here. You know what I mean? That has nothing to do with it. And unfortunately, I think there are even some black people out here who kind of treat me a little differently than other people. Other black people, because I'm light-skinned on black Russian standards. In American standards, I'm just typical. Maybe a little typical. I think on American standards, I'm fucking typical black. You know what I mean? Most black guys have my skin complexion. But in Russia, it's not that common at all. So, for example, when was this? This was 2 weeks ago. Andre fell asleep. And I wanted to tell him, but the Pog chick I'm dating, the top Pog chick, she's not in this photo. But the girl on the right of the photo with the dark hair got a really fucking fat ass. I mean, Jesus. That's Andre's girl. He's working on it. The Pog chick I'm dating texted me one night a few weeks ago. She goes, "Hey, there's black people here at this bar we're at, playing live music. And at the time, I was chilling with my homie Slava watching Lion King in 3D on a Friday night. Hey, sometimes I just want to relax. Fuck y'all." So we were watching Lion King in 3D with the glasses on and everything, singing along with the songs and shit. And then I got the text, and she was like, "They look pretty young too. They look to be in their 20s and stuff. They look like students. There's guys and girls." So immediately I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I'm gonna finish watching Lion King with y'all next weekend. And then I just split. I go straight to the place, meet up with the black kids. They were black kids. They were from Uganda, maybe. I forgot. Or Ghana. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. They're from somewhere in Africa. One dude was short, cute type, pretty boy type of dark dude. They're all very dark, but he was a pretty boy type of dark dude. The other dude was kind of a heavy set, funny type of dude. And the girls are just, typical girls who know how to dance with butts and all that shit, black chicks. But they're much nicer than the average black American. Much nicer, much more understanding. No hood rat attitude, thank the Lord. So I took them out, we hung out, and they were mad cool. There's no differences between us. No one mentioned no skin color, no bullshit like that. We were mad fucking cool. But at the same time, I did run into some other black people that day who I saw because they were there. And you could kind of feel that tension. And it's just oh, jeez. I don't know if it's because of where I'm from or because of how I look. But sometimes I can just meet someone for the first time, hey, how's it going? Be happy to see him. And he's kind of yeah, what's up? It's like, the fuck is wrong with this dude? You know what I mean? Sometimes that happens with black people, and it's so fucking annoying, but it's very rare. I don't want you guys to think it's common. I think maybe 1 out of every 8 black dudes, because this is 1 out of every 2 black women out here, but I say 1 out of every 7 or every 8 black dudes actually throw some shade in my direction upon our first meeting, knowing nothing about me. And they typically show more shade when they find out, like, that I'm popular or I'm from America. They tend to throw some shade in my direction. And I think that's partially because I'm light-skinned, and I think it's so stupid. It reminds me of the time I went off on these Africans, and I've got the name of the city. Tambov. And in this city, there's a little community near this like bundle of universities where there's a whole bunch of foreigners, blacks, Indians, there's a whole bunch of foreigners. If you walk through this little neighborhood, so to say, where all these universities are, you won't think you're in Russia at all. And it doesn't feel like Russia at all. For a good 3-4 blocks, it doesn't feel like Russia at all, because all these students are so different, you know, and they're all kind of thrown into this 1 or 2 universities that are like bundled up together, you know, with different buildings and shit. It doesn't feel like Russia. And the problem I had with it wasn't because there were a bunch of foreigners, but the black people, they were kind of acting stupid. I remember the first night I went out with them, and I went out by myself. Now, I never go out with a group of people that, you know, I just met that day in Russia. But because they're black, I did it, no questions asked. I just went out. I didn't give a fuck, you know. I just heard they hung out over here, so I just went over there by myself, shook hands like I knew people. I ain't know shit. But we're chilling, talking and shit, having fun. And I remember at one point, this white girl came. I don't know why, I don't remember whether she was rollerblading or biking, but either way, she was on wheels. Actually, I would go with rollerblading because I remember looking at her ass. And so she was rollerblading by, and one of the black dudes just like came out of his face, said some shit like, it wasn't disrespectful. He just said it in a random aggressive way. So she was going by, he was like, yo, come on, give me your phone number. Why are you going away so fast? Give me your phone number. Something like that. You know, not like, bitch, you fucking, nah, nothing insulting, just a little aggressive and flirtatious. Just screaming, though, like out loud. When a girl could barely hear him because she got her headphones on motherfucking rollerblades. And I remember the first thing I said to him was like, yo, you need to relax. That's not how you should do things out here. I know you're getting comfortable, but nigga, you ain't home. You ain't home. You don't know how she feels about you yelling and screaming at her like that in the street. You know, especially when she doesn't know what you're saying. You just gotta be a little more careful with that. If you want to meet a girl, go to a bar or something, or go to a club or something, and you guys make eye contact, then you can ask her for her name. Something more civil. You know, you just gotta be a little civil. So, as I was giving this speech, all his friends were like agreeing with me, they're feeling me, but in general, a lot of them behaved the same way too. You know what I mean? A lot of them behave the same way too. So I know I'm kind of jumping off topic here, but when I was down there, I didn't experience much of any like skin color bullshit. You know, I didn't get much of that. Down there, we were all cool. But the problem was, when a lot of those black people in the black area of Russia got together, they got comfortable and kind of started doing stupid shit. Yelling, fighting in the street, getting drunk and shit, which is expected of anybody. It's not just because they're black. It's expected of anybody or any people who are in a community of their own that tend to be more comfortable. It's natural. You tend to be more comfortable when you're around your people. It's natural. I get it. But I just kind of had to remind them that, you know, we're in a different place. You're not home. You fuck around, do something stupid, this whole thing could flip in a split second and no one's going to give a fuck if they have actual reason. You understand? We're all brothers and sisters here. Me, you, and everybody else, blah, blah, blah. All the white people here, we may not see each other as brothers and sisters. We may not even like each other. Doesn't matter. The point is we respect each other. Especially when the person is different from you. Especially when you're in the homeland of the person that you may be disrespecting and not even knowing it. You're just asking for trouble. You know what I mean? So other than that, the whole me being light-skinned thing out here, I just hope... Because now I know for sure black people in Russia watch this channel. Because when I met the African kids 2 weeks ago, whatever, when I took them out to go partying and stuff, the heavyset funny one was like, yeah, I know your videos. I was watching you since you were in Ukraine. So I know they watch these videos. These videos don't get that many views, but they do watch here and there, here and there. And I do want any black people in Russia to know that you gotta fucking behave yourself. And what I mean by behave yourself, respect the people around you. All I gotta say is, and I put this on my VK wall too, on my Russian page, my VK wall. I said, As long as you and everyone around you is happy, you're not doing anything wrong. As long as you and everyone around you are happy, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing shit wrong. So you date girls and shit, if the girls are happy and you're honest with them, everything's fine. Fuck haters, don't think about them, everything's fine, it's all good. Thumbs up like the blonde chick in the picture, thumbs up. Everything's fine. But when you're kind of yelling and screaming, especially when you put your arm out to try to hold her hand in the street when she's just walking by, those kind of things are no-no. Because you know, you may be happy, but she's not. She doesn't like that shit. You understand? So you really gotta, you just really gotta be respectful. You gotta make sure that the people around you, you're not, I can't say don't offend people, because there's a lot of things you can do to offend people. You can just walk past them and they're offended. Fuck if they're offended. The point is, you just got to behave yourself in a way in which shows that you care about that person's feelings. You understand what I mean? So that's the best way I could put that shit. You know, just be nicer, especially to females, because there's no, I mean, I do think sometimes that people don't like, but I'm never the initiator. So like, for example, this was maybe 3 days ago when I was wearing my suit. And I don't like wearing a suit in Russia. I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore because people are way too nice to me. And I don't like being nice to random people in Russia, right? So I'm sitting there with my dude. I'm dressed professionally, but he was dressed, you know, casual, whatever. He's kind of tall. He got tattoos all over himself. So he kind of looks like a troublemaker, actually, when he's just a really smart IT guy. But as we're sitting there, some drunk as fuck, it's the daytime, some drunk as fuck Russian dude. I hate drunk people in the daytime. Drunk as fuck dude, daytime's like, hey, in Russian. Is he American? Wow, that's cool. Now, if he hadn't been drunk, I would have probably shook his hand, said, hello, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm from New York. Okay, I'll talk to you later or some shit. Add me on VK. I got to talk to my friend. But because he was drunk, I just ignored every question he gave to me, and we just fucking walked away. And I know that offended him, but I didn't give a fuck. He was fucking drunk and bothering the shit out of me. I don't like attention, especially from drunk people in the daytime. I don't know why I hate that shit so much. I don't like drunk people in the daytime. At night, I'm the master of handling drunk people. I could be surrounded by like 6 drunk people, no homo, 6 drunk dudes in a fucking bar, and we're talking and shit, and I can handle them all because I understand the mentality of drunk people. You know, I get it. But in the daytime, I'm not with it because I'm not in that mode. You know what I mean? I'm not in that mode. I just think you're just a fucking careless person if you're pissed drunk in the fucking daytime in front of all these goddamn kids and the sun is up. Hate that shit. You know what I mean? So I guess that's it. I kind of went off topic here, but you know, I said what I had to say to the blacks in Russia. And, you know, skin color, that shit is bullshit. Doesn't matter. Especially in Russia. You're black, bro. Even the other people who aren't really black but are counted as black in Russia, they're like brothers too. Like the Chechens, the Dagestanians, the Tajiks, all of them. You know what I mean? All of those guys. So we never have problems with each other because we understand we're on the same boat. You know what I mean? We never have problems with each other. I don't ever remember me getting to any shit with anybody who wasn't white here in Russia. And of course, I'm never the initiator because I don't pay niggas no attention out here. I'm on my fucking business. But if I've ever been in a battle of words or any little situation, because you know, no one's touched me, nothing big has happened. But any little situation with words or any awkward situation, it was always a white person. Never has it been a person of color. Never. Or Asian. Never. Because they don't fuck with me. They see me, I see them, we just walk. It's usually a white dude or something who has something to say or who is drunk. And sometimes they don't have bad intentions, but they end up saying something disrespectful and they don't even know it. You know, so it's not always their fault that I'm like, all right, dude, you're finished. And I just tell them to get the fuck out of there or something, or I just walk away if I'm not in the bar. But if I'm in the bar, they gotta go. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got nowhere to walk. And so that's basically it, guys. Let me know what you think, the fuck I was talking about. Black people gotta stick together regardless of skin color and shit. Because trust me, our skin color, whether dark or light, don't matter to the haters. And I'm out, niggas. Later. When I got problems, I don't run.